morning. Thank you for watching Behind the Gavel with Jason. Today I'll be flying solo. My guest canceled last week, and I just did not decide to renew with her and renew somebody else or find somebody else because we've had so much happening at the KC Auction Company since we've done kind of an update on where we're at and what we're doing that we decided to go ahead and just do an update here. And I'd love it if you tell us where you're watching from, just because we're kind of curious about people all over the world who watch us before. And then if you have any questions for me, please go ahead and post them below, and I'll try and answer them during the show today. But the KC Auction Company has been extremely busy this year. We were very concerned, obviously, when COVID hit. We were essentially shut down pretty solid for 2 months because we had client issues and concerns based around COVID and Corona, which were completely understandable, and we didn't want to push our luck or our issue with that. But since we got going back again this year, generally speaking, in a normal year, we'll sell 7 auctions, kind of been our average the last 3 years. An auction about every 3 weeks. This year we have already done 19 auctions. We have another one online now, and we have 7 more scheduled before the end of the year, giving us 26 auctions total for this year, which is a huge number for us. And we could do more if we had more space and manpower. We're turning away business right now because of that, so we're looking to expand and do some other things. Thanks for the thumbs up. We appreciate that. Love it. But yeah, so we have a big announcement about that here just a little bit. But in those auctions, have not been small auctions. We've had around, on average, 240 lots per auction so far. So 4,569 lots we've sold this year, which over 10 months basically is 450 lots a month. That's a lot of merchandise to photograph, catalog, list, advertise, market, sell, get picked up, and then do the paperwork at the end to pay all of our consigners. We've also had 4,200 plus bidders, 222 bidders per auction. I think that's right. One way or the other, but basically we're averaging, 420 bidders a month too. So again, a lot of people, a lot of communication, and so we're really, really striving to keep up with that. The 7 auctions we have coming up, including the jewelry auction we have online right now, we're working on. In fact, Amy's across town working in a warehouse, a collection of really kind of fun, kitschy, cool Art Deco through 1970s mainly, furniture, lamps, accessories, and all kinds of interesting things. A business has sold, and they kind of collected it and had this something. It was a design business, and they had a bunch of really cool, fun stuff around just to kind of have it. And they've sold their business and they're building, and so we're selling the contents from, including a really sweet BMW. We'll get pictures of that listed here pretty soon. But that auction will go online next week. We have a art auction coming up soon with some wonderful pieces by like Thomas R. Benton and many, many other local, regional, and national artists. We have a consignment auction that we just picked up the majority of, including a great estate of French antiques, artwork, and decorative items, and fun pieces too, like a super, super sweet Schwinn Stingray in orange and yellow with 240 original models. Has the original speedometer, original chain, original hand grips, reflectors, wheel bumper. I mean, the whole 9 yards. There's nothing. The only thing that's missing is the tassels, and it was a boy's bike and a boy running, so I wouldn't expect them to be there. But it's super fun. Interesting story why it only has so many miles is that his parents got divorced. He spent most of the time with his mom, but this bike was at his dad's, and it's his dad's estate that we're liquidating. So that's coming up soon. We also have 2 more of our RAKC auctions. That's something we introduced this year, the Remote Associates of KC Auction Company. We have 2 more of those coming up here in the next few weeks. And then we also are having another benefit auction for the Owens Cox Dance Group here in Kansas City. Details about that will be coming soon, but we're always excited to work with nonprofit organizations to help them further their message, raise money, and keep their name out there, and keep some sort of event schedule going for them, especially this year during Corona when we don't have the opportunity to meet in person. Many of you know that Best of KC pitch came out this week, and we won again, the 5th time in 7 years. So super, super proud of that. Thank you all so much for supporting us. We really couldn't do it without your support. We do a lot of things here. I know we had a lot of competition this year. I know other companies ran ads trying to get people to vote for them. We put out some posts and we put out some emails. We didn't pay for any advertisement, so we really feel really strongly that our votes were very, very organic and real. Speaking to the folks at Pitch, when I told them we'd won 5 times in the last 7 years, they said that's amazing. They have about 40 times as many votes placed now than they did 7 years ago. So to continue that that recognition from readers is really, really powerful for us, and super proud of that. And we continue to strive to live up to the expectations that those awards bring to our company, right? We're considered the best in Kansas City, and we feel like we know some of the reasons why we are that. We're great photography, good descriptions, we stand behind what we sell, we're as responsive as we can be with a small house, and all those kinds of things is what we think sets us apart. And we're thankful that you all recognize those traits as well and continue to vote for us with Pitch, but also continue to vote with us with your bids and registrations and your trust in us when you're looking for an auction house, an auction company to sell with. And so thank you so much for all of that. And we will continue to work on that as we go forward. What else is coming up? 5-7-2. So we've also, one of the things we did as a company this year, we talked about having more auctions. Well, Amy and I can only do so much. And I've been talking for quite some time about bringing in help to help us do that. You know, my son William has worked with us in the summer, and when he can help. Hey, thanks for watching, Tracy. So he helps us during the summer and during winter break, which is coming up soon. But right now he's in St. Louis, at St. Louis University. Has basically 2 weeks. He'll be coming back home for winter break, and he'll be home for Thanksgiving and the holidays and all the way through January. But he's only good for so much time, right? And he's 18. We don't want to have him tied to our business. That's not what this is for or about. And so we hired Carrie Gibson this year. Many of you know Carrie. She used to work for Kate's here in Kansas City, and worked with them for a long time. Kate's is obviously much more focused on real estate than on personal property. And, just that time was right for her to move on from them. We had talked a year ago or so about coming on, and then Corona came up and hit us all. And so everything got pushed back, but we just became so busy once people kind of got used to what happens with Corona, right? We all have an idea of what we do with COVID now. We understand what our pandemic routines are, and are extremely busy. So we brought Carrie on. She can only work every other week for us because family obligations. Her youngest son is homeschooling, and she has him every other week. And so until probably this spring or early next spring, she'll be working full time then. But we're really excited that Carrie came on. She brings a lot of information, a lot of experience doing things. And Kate's does things differently than we do. We do things differently than Kate's does. And so she's been able to bring us some things that she was able to do from there and experience from that and other places she's worked. And she's learning from us. So it's really working really, really well. And excited to have her on board and continue to work with her over the next several months and years as we grow this company bigger and bigger. We have some really great, we've got some amazing auctions this year, things out of our wheelhouse. We sold a super expensive hi-fi stereo system last month to buyers all over the country. The Western Estate auction was extremely successful. Beautiful pieces there if you like that type of decor. And we've had some really just interesting things this year come our way. Probably the biggest announcement, and obviously without a guest, we're going to cut this short a little bit today. Our biggest announcement today is that we are buying another building. We've been on Quality Hill in this beautiful Victorian house for 7 years now, and have done very well with it. We love the property. We love the neighborhood. We love where we work. But the reality is we can only process so much here at this office. Excuse me, allergies a little bit. And so we had looked for years, a couple of years, and then with William going to college, we said, no, we're not going to do that anymore. Let's figure out how school's going to work, how COVID's going to work, all those kinds of things. And then I looked at some things in a building recently, and I asked them about the building, so they're going to sell it, and it's actually about perfect for us. It's over on the east side of town, kind of between downtown and the new downtown baseball academy down there by 18th and Vine. So in that kind of area, I don't want to tell the building location yet until we're closer to closing on that, but that should happen less than a month from now. December 4th, we're supposed to close on that. And when we do that, we'll obviously make big announcements. We'll start taking before and after pictures. It's almost ready for us to move in and start working, but we're going to do a few things to the space. It's a little raw for what I want it to be. And now's the time to really get that sketch squared away. So starting next year, we'll be doing auctions in a different location. What does that mean for you who are watching? That means that thanks, Tracy. We're really excited about it. It means that it's going to be easier for you to find us. The location is much simpler to find. It's a block off of a major highway, basically. It's easier for you to get things out of it. You can drive literally to the door within 1.5 feet, 2 feet of the door. There's a roll-up garage door that's at the same spot that we can bring big pieces in and out in. And so we're really excited about it. It's all on one level. It's all flat. The floors are flat and plumb, which is amazing. Well, we will feel amazing compared to what we've been in here. This is a great old house that we're working in. But with any 140-year-old home, 150-year-old home, the floors here have sagged in places and settled and things like that. So we're excited about moving on with that. And again, it's just going to be a really wonderful space for us. And I'm super excited to come and see that happen. The inspector was through this week. He didn't call me immediately and say, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" The Brank's been through there, and everybody's on board with it. Amy and Carrie and Stacy all love the space, so we're really excited about it. And that is probably the biggest news we'll have this year, or at least I hope so. And that's going to lead into next year, of course, where we already have several auctions lined up. We have a quilt auction, we have an art auction, and there's one other that we're working out the details on. But we literally have 9 auctions scheduled through February of next year. And so we're really looking to, really excited to be in the new space. It's bigger, it'll help our logistics. It's wide open, so we'll be able to work more efficiently on those objects that we're selling. And when people like Tracy come in to do work with us, it's just a little easier situation for them. And we're really excited about what that's going to bring for our company and for our business going forward. It should help us expand to be able to serve more people, because that's what we do, is we serve our people, our clients, and we'll be able to serve more of them in the same fashion as we do now. So thank you all so much for watching. We're going to, there's nobody has any questions. I want to thank you guys for watching Behind the Gavel with Jason. We do this every Friday at 11:45 a.m. Central. Next week, Tyler Lowe will be my guest. He's with the Monuments Men. Yes, the Monuments Men are being reinstated, reenacted as a response to international historic sites being pillaged and destroyed by terrorists around the world. They're involved with things like stolen antiquities, all kinds of things. So the Monuments Men from World War II, that was shut down afterwards because they thought the project was done in the late 40s. People have talked about reinstigating it, and it's happening. And so Tyler's going to tell us about what their mission will be. They're looking for experts. They're looking for people to volunteer. I looked into it. I don't have a degree that is necessary, but we are still talking about ways that I can be involved with it going forward, which I think is a really neat thing. Serve our country and be involved with repatriation of artifacts and things like that. So I'm hoping to be involved with it somehow. But Tyler next week will tell us all about that. And if you have questions for Tyler or think that's a really cool thing, make sure you tell your friends. I'll be posting that the link to that video as soon as I can. StreamYard only lets me do things like 6 days out, so I have to wait until Sunday basically do that. But it's going to be I'm really excited about it, fascinating to talk to him. And he's a really neat guy. I've talked to him a couple of times. He found we're selling the Monuments Men diaries for Lieutenant George Leslie Stout. And we kind of hit it off, and I'm looking forward to talking to Tyler next week. If you have any questions for myself, for our company, for guests on the show, you can always send us an email at info@kcauctioncompany.com. We'll answer any question you have there. If you want to give us a phone call at 816-283-3633, we'll be able to answer your questions. That could be about, like I said, if you have ideas for guests, if you have questions for previous guests, questions for upcoming guests, or questions about your estate or antiques or artwork that we help people every single day. We're happy to help you with that. And of course, we do this. I do this because I own the KC Auction Company. So please check out our website at www.kcauctioncompany.com and see what's coming up, what we've done in the past. And I believe we have this set up where the current Behind the Gavel with Jason video will be up on the homepage as well. So thank you so much for watching today. If you have any questions, you have all those opportunities to get a hold of us. We look forward to talking to you next week with Tyler. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Hopefully by Monday, the presidential race is decided, and we're moving forward with the next iteration of our country. Changes every 4 years or 8 years, and it's one of the great things about this country. So thank you. Stay safe. Be good. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.